Cheers. 11?
11.
Oh, boy.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
You start us.
Oh. Hi, welcome to Knit One Sip 2. I'm Joan.
I'm Jeanette.
And what are we? Oh, we're drinking something.
And this is a knitting podcast.
Yes.
Primarily knitting.
You're better at this.
And it's podcast 11. So thank you for joining us again.
Yes. And we are drinking Dahlia. It's a Napa Valley Chardonnay. Picked up from Bevmo. It's on the
Bevmo.
Buy one, get the second one for a nickel sale. And it's one of my other go-tos. I enjoy it. So anyway.
Cool.
So we're inside now because it's gotten a little chilly.
Yeah, the days are shorter. Definitely feeling like fall. It's chilly in the morning here and chilly at night. And then warm in the middle of the day.
Warm during the day.
And it's supposed to be warm this weekend.
Which does great things for us older flashing people. I go to work, I'm bundled up, and then I get there and I start moving around and I'm like tossing off the layers.
Happens. So. Don't scare off the young folks.
Well, there's nothing you can do about it. It's gonna happen.
True. And I don't think women talk about it enough.
No, we don't. I think we're
and it's all different. Are we all off center? And we're
Mm-hmm.
inside. You already said that.
There we go. Yeah.
Okay, what am I wearing? I'm wearing an old sweater that I knit. It's a Carol Feller pattern. I'm honestly afraid if I get up off the couch that I'm going to mess up the whole thing.
Yeah, because we're kind of pinned in here.
Yeah. So it's an old sweater that I knit from a Carol Feller pattern called Iced. And I've knit a few Carol Feller patterns, and they're all really well done. You know, she does a lot of finishing techniques, like it has an I-cord finish. I don't know if you could see that. I-cord finish. I don't love the yarn. It hasn't really worn well. It was a Barocco yarn that I bought with a Webb's gift card that I got. And I think I bought it for something else, but ended up making it this sweater out of it. And I like the sweater. It's just like a throw-on cardigan. A lot of
looks like one of those comfy, cozy.
Yeah, it is. It's cozy. So that's what I'm wearing.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm just wearing the same anesthetic that everybody's seen already. And I have had quite a few people ask me how to talk about how to avoid that dip. I talked about it, I think, in our first podcast. That trick where you pick up a stitch in waste yarn and then do the button band, and how it helps you avoid the dip.
So you're saying from ribbing to regular?
Yes.
That's where you're trying to avoid the dip?
Yes, exactly.
Oh, okay. Right. So where are you when you're picking up this stitch? I think I'm not understanding.
My hope is that I'm going to have a sweater or something, or like a sample or something that I can show everybody exactly how this works. But I've had a few people connect with me on, it was either messaging me on YouTube or on Ravelry and say, please, can you show us how to do this? Because I've tried to type up the method. And I guess everybody needs a visual. But anyway, so basically what you want to do is you've finished your sweater and you have this finished edge here and you now need to pick up this ribbing. So what you do is you make a slip knot in waste yarn and you use that loop of the slip knot and pretend that that is where you're picking up your first stitch. I know it sounds so bizarre and counterintuitive. Like you're going to have this stitch flapping in the breeze.
Which part are you knitting at this point?
So at this part, you're picking up for this.
Oh, okay.
For the ribbing part.
So you're horizontal.
So you're horizontal.
Okay.
Yes. So you're picking up along here. And this isn't very good because it's also black. But you pick up, like I said, you pick up your first stitch in that little loop that's over here on a piece of waist yarn, and then you pick up your second stitch along. And keep going along. It sounds counterintuitive. It sounds like, what are you talking about? That extra stitch is going to be flapping in the wind. No, it's not. Trust me. Just
I think we might have
take
to
a
show
leap.
it.
Take a leap. Yes, I gotta. Hopefully, next podcast I will put together a little sample something
that's
to
a
show
good
everybody.
idea. Yeah.
I'm starting to have time to do it, but for those of you that might be waiting for this and wanting to pick up your button band, just take a leap of faith and trust me, this works. It sounds beyond bizarre, but take a leap of faith. Just pick up your very first stitch in that waist yarn, and then pick up your second stitch at the edge, the very edge, as if it was your first stitch.
So you have one stitch. So you've picked up 4 stitches, and one is in waist yarn, and the next three
are yes. And then you keep going as usual, and then you just that first waist yarn stitch, you just pretend it's part of your ribbing, and you'll see it works out perfectly.
Okay,
just take a leap.
Okay, we'll have to probably.
But for those of you that aren't in an urgent situation to finish a button band, I will do my very best to show everybody how to do it next time. We'll do a little tutorial.
Okay. So, pre-sipping.
Pre-sipping.
Or maybe not. A tutorial after sipping would be interesting. So I know you finished something big.
I did.
Let's see. I can't wait to see it. I haven't seen it, so this is fun.
I did. Oh.
Yeah.
So
I don't know how to do that.
Wait, I didn't bring my glasses. That's
you don't need them.
Side. Okay. So finished my Joji Locatelli fading point shawl.
That's beautiful.
So happy with it.
So pretty. It's blowing out a little bit right there.
Yeah.
It's not quite as pale as it's looking on the screen. But it's beautiful.
Yep.
Have you worn it yet?
Once. And I opted to leave the hole in the middle, which she says that you can close up, but I opted to leave it in there. Because I think it's kind of a
so
nice
soft and cozy too.
So so it was done with.
It's not very heavy.
It's not. It's nice and light. So and yet it's warm. So it's out of the La Bienami Merino singles. And it's on my projects. So if anybody really wants to dive in and see what colors I used, feel free.
It's gorgeous.
Units on Ravelry. You forgot to say what you are.
Nettie Keys on Ravelry. And Instagram.
So, yep.
And then there's Knit One Sip 2 on Instagram and Knit One Sip 2 group in Ravelry.
Yep.
There it is again.
So, yeah.
Finished object.
Yay. So, yeah, I love it. I love it, love it, love it.
That's
so
gorgeous.
happy with the way it turned out. It really, and then it was just a little bit longer than my blocking squares, but it was fine. I just kept kind of blocking it onto my carpet. So,
Did you block it aggressively or no?
You know what? It probably grew, I'd say by about 5 inches.
Oh, wow.
So the width really grew and the length grew as well. So, and I totally wet blocked it. I sunk it in water and everything. Mm-hmm. So
That's what
I'm really, really happy with it.
Looks great.
So,
it's beautiful.
Yeah. Thank you.
And the lighting isn't exactly right. It's darker than it's showing up on there, but it's beautiful.
It's kind of like a peachy pinky.
Yeah, I think when we were outside, it might have shown it a little
bit better.
Closer,
so.
But
anyway.
how exciting.
So that's exciting. Yes, very exciting.
Well, I haven't been knitting very much at all because if this is the first time you've watched a podcast, I'm so sorry. But if it's the 11th time you've watched
I'm so sorry.
I know, right?
Sorry.
Thank you. You deserve an award. I have been experiencing a lot of arm pain, like pretty bad. So bad that it interrupted my sleep. Like I could only sleep a few hours at a time. I'm happy to say it's better. I did discover that it's coming from my neck. So I think it's the nerve entrapment is happening from my neck. And so I went to acupuncture and that helped so much.
Enough that you could knit?
Yes, but I'm very careful to keep my head up and back and knit like on a pillow.
We're going to have to put you in a knitting brace.
Not for very long. I'm like, yes, I'm happy knitting. Yeah.
Oh.
So I haven't knit very much.
Yeah.
And I found that when I knit on my Soldotna, so my Soldotna crop top, which isn't going to be super crop, has been a whip. But I found that when I knit on that the weight of it, I think, was harder for me. So that made my arms and hands hurt, and it made it all worse. And of course, work. Hello, who needs that? Yeah. I sit at a desk and eat most of the time, and so I find I'm having to take a lot of breaks, change up my positions, all of that. Anyway, thank you to all of you who reached out to me and had hints and tips and messaged me on Ravelry. It was super helpful and very much appreciated. So I'm working on it. It's getting better. It's still going to be an ongoing thing, I think. So I have an official doctor's appointment on October 23rd. We'll see. I don't have a lot of hope that it's going to, like, there's any kind of quick cure.
Can you take anti-inflammatories?
I've tried. I've taken them all. Yeah. I took muscle relaxers, but then I found that they made me really grumpy and depressed.
That doesn't help the knitting.
No.
Because then
No.
Yeah.
I've tried some pain creams, and anyway, enough of that garbage. But I did finish some socks. So my prairie socks, which these are the prairie socks pattern by Kay Jones, and I just made more stockinette rounds in between the little twisted stitch. I did the German short row heel from the Knitting Expat patterns. I really like those, and that fits me well. So I knit them toe up. This is a brain work when you need it to. Spiced Apple Cider is the colorway, and it's what Leading Men Fiber Arts, and it's just a mini that I bought. So I didn't have enough because I used some in my crochet blanket. I didn't have enough for heels, toes, and cuffs. So I just did cuffs and toes. Yeah, I did.
It's like it should be a kid's song.
Cuffs and toes.
Heels, toes and cuffs.
I think it was.
Heels.
Something like that. That's a drunk version of the kid's song.
Heels and toes and cuffs and toes.
Yeah. It's a good thing we are not babysitting children. That's the drunk version. No, we're really not drunk. We haven't really started drinking much.
No, we haven't had enough yet.
But,
stick around, though.
But that is the scary drunk version of the kid's song. What is that? Head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Yeah.
God. Well, you know what? That says a lot that we can remember it.
Yeah, right? So this is the German short row heel. Anyway, I'm relatively happy with them. I love the colorway. I think it's really fun. And,
it looks really good. I really do like
nice
it. I like
yarn.
The orange with the blue
fit
and everything.
is, I feel like I made them a mite long, but maybe too short for my daughter. So I don't know. I mean, the truth is that I don't need any more socks, but I don't know if I'll keep them or give them to her. I don't know if they'll fit her. We'll see. Anyway, a finished project.
There you go.
Yeah.
And that's more than you had last week or last podcast.
Probably, because I haven't really knit on my sweaters. And, what a great time to go to a yarn crawl when you cannot knit and have no knitting mojo, but that was really good for my budget. So I can talk all about this year and about a yarn crawl, but before I do that, what are you working on?
I have one whip. Well, actually, I have two whips. I'll show the bigger whip. Okay. So this is I've talked about this already. This is my Love Note by Tin Can Knits. My Love Note crop top, which is not going to be a crop top. It's going to be a regular top. So what I started doing is the body's so far invested. I have 2 skeins invested. So what I did is I've got 2 more skeins left. So I started making the sleeves so that I can see how much I use on the sleeves and then invest the rest in the body and finishing up the neck. So that's that. So I'm pretty happy with it.
Beautiful.
It's 3 Irish Girls Controversy, I think is the name of the color. And it's their DK.
Closer, yeah, DK.
Oh, I heard
it's superwash merino. It's got like a little greenish and black on a gray background.
I have to get up and go find my
notes. Oh no, don't get up.
Yes, here I have to because it's my next whip is
Oh.
Okay, just
All right,
entertain
you
your
know
masses.
how I feel about trouble. So I went on the Sierra Nevada
I'm
yarn
gonna
crawl.
get up out of this. Okay, nobody.
I went, and it was 11 yarn stores. 11 in 3 days. And I think, so I met my friend Kim, who lives in Oregon, and we met in Reno. I drove and she flew. I picked her up from the airport. And I think when I originally conceived, when she had the idea and asked me, I don't think I ever thought that we would make it to all 11 stores. But it was, you had to go to the 11 stores. And I wasn't going to buy a project or a bag for the yarn crawl because who needs another bag? I didn't need another bag. But I had to buy, it was the first annual Sierra Nevada yarn crawl. And so I bought the bag. The bag is huge.
It is huge. That's like
And then you got
blanket size.
Yeah, and you got a pin at each place. So I'll tell everyone about all the different stores.
Awesome.
It was fun. It was fun. It was tiring because the 11 yarn stores aren't that close together. If you know the geography of that area, it's not easy driving. It's like mountain driving. It's altitude.
Yeah.
It's driving a ton.
Wow.
But it was fun. I saw parts of. I am born and raised in California, and I saw parts of California I've never seen.
Oh, good.
So that was cool. I
Good.
wish it was at a quick pace. You know, it was like,
Yeah.
oh, isn't that great?
Oh, go back.
Yeah. So, but anyway, yeah, there were some surprises in there. So I'll fill you in on those.
Good.
But, okay. So
All
love
right.
note.
So love note, and then the reason why I had to get, where's my other one? Here it is. Okay. So this is why I had to get my notes is because, so for any of you that are following us on Instagram, which is Knit1Sip2, my sister, also known as GTS, Globe-Trotting Sister, travels quite a bit for work. So she was the one who bought me the La Bien-Aimée yarn. And so I felt like it was only right that I should start on her project next because she also bought La Bien-Aimée for herself. So after much searching, she picked, and I'm going to butcher this name. It's called the Asanagi wrap. And this is a cousin to the Aranami shawl. So here's what I started. Did you make
the Aranami shawl
already? I did. And and I brought it. Where did I put it? Okay.
And it's by Olga.
Yeah, there you go.
Olga Mariah Kafelian.
I'm so glad you're trying that.
I'm trying.
So here's the Aranami shawl. I made it out of Plucky Traveler. This was the very first time we ever went to
you made
Stitches.
It out of Seven Sisters.
No, Seven Sisters was another fade. But this is the very first time we ever saw Plucky at Stitches.
I love those colors.
I do too.
Was that what, 2014-ish?
Oh God, I don't. No, it was before that because it was before we moved into this house.
Wow.
So it was, I want to say it was like,
wow, really?
Yes.
Wow.
I want to say it was like 10 or 11.
Yeah, this is beautiful.
Yeah. So and this was so much fun because what you do is you start up here actually and you knit well, let me start in the right place. You knit this and then you pick up the stitches over here and you make this one. And then you just keep adding on.
That would be fun.
And then you pick up these stitches and add this one on, and you just keep going.
The Vertices Unite thing works.
Yeah, it was just was so much fun.
Wrong side.
So much fun. Yeah, so cool. Even the wrong side's not that bad. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. I'm really pleased with the way it turned out. The yarn's colors. I'm really sensitive about.
Yeah, this is not itchy to me at all.
See, it's the yak. There's yak in this, and the yak always the yak in the Angora.
Any of you estheticians out there, I need some color on my face. Man, do I look pale.
Oh, stop.
I know, I need to stop.
You've got this big bright light there.
Yeah. But I love this. This is cozy. This is not itchy.
Well, not. I know you're not getting it.
No, and it's exactly my perfect colors.
It is. But anyway,
so you wear it sometimes.
I do wear it sometimes. You're right. And it's very thick. So I showed my sister this cousin, and this one looks a little bit more like waves. Am I on the right side? Yeah. You combine stocking knit and garter. So every other one is stocking knit. So,
and it's going to be a wrap?
It's going to be a wrap. So I should have brought my iPad so that I could show you the finished product. But anyway, so I'm doing the first row, and if I don't like it, I'm going to take it out, because what I'm doing is I'm slipping the first stitch, and it says to knit the first stitch. So I'm trying to decide if it's kind of throwing off the shape. But, you know, I'm just giving
Why are you not following the instructions, may I ask?
Because you know what?
You know
I
better?
was always.
Just asking. No, you're the
my
boss
kids are
of
watching, always.
You're the boss of your knitting.
I am.
So.
I am. That's true. Well, I'm not. Part of it was a mistake, because I was slipping the first stitch in my feeding point, and I just went right to this, and I just kept slipping the first stitch, and then it was like, all right, let's see what happens. So I don't know. I don't know. And then the other thing is that the pattern calls for 4 different colors, 4 or 5 different colors, and you do 1 row of each color, but it's 50 grams of yarn. I have 100 grams of each color. So I think I'm going to do 2 rows of each color, and then it'll be nice and wide for her. So anyway, so that's, I think it looks pretty good.
Yeah.
I think
it looks good.
I think the tale will be told more when I start the next color.
Yeah, it'll be fun to see the next color.
Yeah. So anyway, and it's fun. And it's like, oh, I just finished another one. Okay, great. You know, so that's good.
Cool. So you have those 2 projects that you're working on, the Love Note.
Yes. And then I'm still working on the leg warmers and but those are the 2, big ones. And then I think I'm narrowing down what what cardigan I'm going to make with the Ginger Twist Studio yarn. And I'm going to swatch that soon. So,
fun.
Anyway, so that's, okay, so I want to hear all about yarn stores. Here, do you need more wine?
No, I'm good. I have a couple of tiny little projects. So for some strange reason, I'm in this small.
Can I interrupt for 1 second?
Oh yes,
I forgot.
please.
I wanted to show everybody, and I'm missing 1 color, but that's how much yarn I had left over after the fitting point. So the shawl calls for 5 colors, 100 grams each. And is it 100 grams each? Yeah, I think it's 100 grams each. Yeah. And I was afraid that I wasn't going to make it, but I did. So I have enough. I need to roll off some.
Enough for a hat or something.
Well, I need to roll off some for you to have in your blanket.
Oh, how sweet. Yeah. That would be awesome. I'd love that.
And I want to start my blanket too. That's so anyway, okay, go.
So I'm in this small project mode, even though I have the 2 sweaters, the Sunday tee that, the weather's not going to be good to wear if I don't get going on that. And I bought the needles and more yarn, and then the soldotna crop. But I just, like I said, my arms haven't been really cooperating. So I pulled out this sock, which I showed on another podcast. It's a jelly roll sock by Mara Catherine Briner. It's got a corrugated rib heel, which is really fun. Yeah, it's really fun to do. And so I originally started making these for my sister, who lives in Wisconsin and is a Green Bay Packers fan, but I made them too small. So, oh pity, I had to keep them. But I only finished 1. So I started the other one just the other day, and that's as far as I've gotten. So you can't knit, because of the corrugated rib heel, any of you who have already made that type of thing, you can't knit 2 at a time. So I had to do just 1. So this is a Lolo Did It yarn that she makes. She has all the NFL and NHL colors, and this was her Green Bay Packers color, which is spot on, really. So, and then I decided that I needed to knit tiny pumpkins and acorns.
I was looking at the pumpkins.
Yes,
I haven't started yet, but I have the orange right next to mine. So, oh my god!
So I knit. I haven't tufted it yet. So basically, it's a Susan B. Anderson pattern. It's the fall charm set, and you do this basically. I shouldn't give anything away out of her pattern, but I haven't tufted it yet, so it's not done.
So cute. It looks like a
That's the
gourd.
little-
It's
yeah,
waiting to
it
be.
looks kind of like a tomato, maybe?
No.
A gourd.
No, a pepper.
A pepper.
Like those little red
Yeah.
peppers. Let me see this.
And then,
Oh my! Oh, and it's got a leaf.
oh yeah, leaves. And then I made some acorns.
Oh
Little
my
tiny acorns.
gosh.
Don't know why. I
I
needed to
love
spend
it.
hours making leaves.
So cute.
and acorns.
All right, I'm gonna start my pumpkins.
Afterwards, I was like, why did I do
Because
this?
they're
Why did I make
cute.
little leaves and acorns and pumpkins?
you could
Why?
like. Oh my gosh, Jeanette!
I made little.
What size needles did you do those on?
3, I think.
Really?
Yeah,
You knit tight.
and then I felted it a bit.
Oh, okay. Well, that'll.
Yeah, that was all wool, so I felted that one a little bit. But some of these are super wash. But yeah, why do I need acorns and pumpkins? But they're cute.
They are cute.
So maybe I'll make another pumpkin, maybe even a bigger one. I don't know.
I think I'm gonna make a pumpkin.
Yeah, the pumpkin's cute. And I didn't quite stuff it enough. But anyway, after spending hours doing the pumpkins and leaves and acorns,
Well,
I
because
thought
your arm feels good making pumpkins.
maybe, yeah. I
You
thought,
needed
why did
something
I just?
small.
Why did I just? Yeah,
It's
I'm in a
good.
small mode. So back to Sierra Nevada Yarn
Yes.
Crawl.
Yes.
11 stores, and they weren't close together. But it was super fun. I'd never done that before, never done a full-on yarn crawl and the bag and the free pattern at each place.
Mhm.
And then, so I don't know. I mean, going through all the stores would be exhausting. But we did go to Jimmy Bean's Wool. That was our first stop. And that was, I'd been there before, but it was years ago, like maybe 6 years ago. And so that was really interesting because they let you walk through most of their warehouse too.
Which
So
is a lot
there
of
were-
fabric too.
There was no fabric.
There was no fabric?
There was no fabric. It used to be fabric. I
They
don't
don't
think
have
they
any
do it
fabric
anymore.
anymore.
Yeah, I don't think so. There
Wow.
was when I was there before, like
Yeah.
5 or 6 years ago.
Yeah.
But any kind of magazine, Pom-Pom or Lina magazine or anything like that you wanted, oh my gosh, they had.
Really?
Any row, a lot of Rowan yarn, a lot of Madeline Tosh, a lot of Malabrigo, like any of those more, even some of the obscure ones that your local yarn store might not have, they had there. So that was pretty cool to see the variety. I didn't buy anything there. Oh no, what did I buy there? Did I buy anything there?
Did you buy your bag there?
Oh, I bought my bag there. That's it. Because I knew that they gave you a token to put like in an old fashioned slot machine if you bought something, and the more you bought, the more tokens you got. It was super fun. Of course, I didn't win because I just bought my bag. That was it. That was the first place we went.
Okay.
And then we went to another place called Yarn Refuge in Reno, and that was really nice. That was a really nice shop. Like just a good mix. I didn't buy anything there. Kim, my friend, bought a ton there. But yeah, it was cool. They had just a variety of things. I mean, like some locally dyed, Reno dyed, I think, yarns, and then some indie dyers, and then some bigger places. And then we went to Minden, Nevada, and I made my first big purchase. That's pretty funny. It wasn't a big purchase. I mean, yarn purchase.
Yeah.
I bought a thrummed mitten kit.
Oh, fun!
Because I've always wanted to do that. I've heard that they're like the warmest mittens in the world with the thrumming, and I don't have roving, so I've never seen a kit, and none of the places near me carry roving.
This is the yarn, and this is the thrumming?
Yes. Yeah, this is the yarn, and this is the roving for the inside, the thrumming.
Gosh.
So this was at a place in Minden, Nevada called Pioneer Yarn Company.
Yeah, that's memory for something.
So
That's awesome. That's going to be fun. Why'd you pick purple and black?
I don't know. I just thought black mittens would be handy.
Bright light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Do not bring those to Stitches.
No.
You're going to be cursing.
Yeah, why did I pick black and purple? I mean, they had a lot of colors. I was like thinking. I was just thinking about wearing them.
I'm
they're
thinking,
never
who's the Viking fan?
Oh, well, yeah, that too. But no,
I'm trying to figure that out.
this is Blue Faced Leicester Aran weight. So it's 100% Blue Faced Leicester. and it's by Fleece Artist.
That's going to be so much fun to do.
Yeah, those are going to be super warm.
I
my hands are always cold. Like even though it's, you know, a mere 63 degrees right now, my hands are freezing.
You should try starting those next. I wonder if you knitting with bigger needles might help too.
Yeah, because I knit on small needles a lot.
Yeah.
So then from Nevada, this could go on for a really long time. I need to cut it short.
No.
We went to
we have nothing else to talk about.
North Lake Tahoe. And any of you who know Lake Tahoe, it's gorgeous.
It is.
I mean, it's just beautiful. This was a tiny little shop. Tiny, tiny, tiny. I didn't buy anything there. And then we went to Knits and Knots in South Lake Tahoe. I didn't buy anything there. Nice little shop. And it was just like 5 o'clock at this point. And I'd driven a fair amount. So I was ready to go. This is the Knitting Nest was one of the most surprising shops. I think it's on the back side of Heavenly Valley. So that would be in Nevada, in State Line, Nevada.
Right.
And you go up all these switchbacks and you're thinking, really? There's a yarn shop up here? And so there's this resort and you could see that, you know, during ski season, this is a happening place, right?
Right.
And there was building going on, so they're adding more condos or whatever. But you have to really want to go there.
Oh, really?
And there was this tiny little store called the Knitting Nest. What an awesome store.
Really?
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
They had a ton of Attenti bags that I've never seen.
Mm-hmm.
They had just some really interesting, I can't think off the top of my head of the yarn brands that they carried.
Did they have indie dyers or larger manufacturers?
Both, but not necessarily the manufacturers you would expect to see. Like Kim bought some beautiful cashmere that was superior cashmere.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, beautiful little shop, and
nice.
And she's been there for 11 years.
So,
So,
wow.
I mean, she's obviously doing
She's
quite
got
well.
a following, yeah.
Yeah. And then we went to Lofty Lou's in Placerville. And Placerville is down the hill from Tahoe. So you have to, again, lots of windy driving. Placerville is such a cute town.
It is cute.
Oh my gosh. I've never been there before for any length of time.
Yeah, we used to go to Grey Eagle. Then go to Placerville.
That's how I heard of Grey Eagle, because one of these stores is in Grey Eagle.
Yes.
I've never been to Grey Eagle before.
Yes. Cute little town. And
yes. I was shocked.
Yes. Yeah.
So Lofty Lou's in Placerville.
Mm-hmm.
Cute little store. Really, actually, it wasn't little. It was big. They had so much cotton. And so there I bought, because this was their special. So every yarn shop you got a pin and a free pattern. And their free pattern was for a bag. But this place had so much cotton because it gets hot there in the summer.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess
it does.
So this was the cotton I bought. I'm obsessed with
really
red, white, and
cute.
blue. So it's Queensland Barrier Reef, which was the cotton to make the bag that they gave the pattern. So it's just like this.
Are you gonna make socks?
Pretty cool cotton. No, it's the bag.
Oh, you're gonna make the bag?
Yeah, I'm gonna make the bag.
Oh, is it one of those
drawstring bag?
Oh, it's a drawstring bag.
Yeah, I don't know where the pattern is. Oh, maybe this is it. Oh no, that's Washcloths. That's a different store. Uh-oh. Did I lose the pattern? Maybe I lost the pattern.
Uh-oh.
That's not good. Well, I'm sure I can find it. But anyway, it was just a freebie pattern that they gave out for this drawstring bag. Yeah, it's not in here. So, I'll find it. Let's see. Then Placerville. Then we went over to Auburn Needleworks, and Kim actually ended up winning their grand prize. She won a Namaste backpack with needles and yarn. And all. I mean, you should have seen her haul.
My God, she was
won.
on Instagram.
Yeah,
she Instagrammed her haul. It was huge.
Yeah.
It was huge.
And what she won was really cool.
Oh my gosh.
So Auburn Needleworks, this is my big purchase there. An Ann Budd ruler. I don't know if any of you have one of these, but I thought it was just really cool. I have a million different gauge rulers. The Acreworks one is one of my favorites, but I thought this one was cool. So that was my big purchase there.
Now wait, what makes this so?
Because it has the individual 5 stitches
gauges.
to the inch. Yeah.
Got it.
It's been floating in the bottom of my bag for a long
That's
time.
static. No, that's interesting. Okay, cool. Bring that to the stitches so that I can play with it.
Yeah, isn't that cool? So the different
cool.
sizes, it shows up. Yeah.
Very cool.
I think this is probably a better way to see it. Yeah, I think everyone has probably heard of it. But it's,
I haven't.
Yeah. Handy
cool.
Gauge Ruler by Ann Bud Knits.
Okay.
That was my big purchase.
Mm-hmm.
Then after Auburn, we made our way to another surprising place in Grass Valley. I've never been to Grass Valley. Ben Franklin Crafts. I'm like, okay, it's like Michael's.
I was going to say, like, Beverly's? Like,
yeah, but the yarn store manager, or the yarn manager, was awesome. She was young, lots of indie dyers.
Really?
Lots of Malabrigo.
Wow.
I mean, if that were my local yarn store, I'd be thrilled. I thought it was awesome. I didn't buy anything there either.
Mm-hmm.
And then that was the second day. That was the end of the second day. And then we went to Mama Fig in Grey Eagle. Mama Fig in Grey Eagle. Grey Eagle, that's a trek.
It
like,
is.
you have to want to go to Grey Eagle.
Yes.
You know,
but it's worth it. It's cute. It's cute. And they've got those cute little, did you go to into any of the other little shops today?
No, we had lunch there.
Yeah. Where did you eat? I'm just curious. Do you remember?
Just someplace next to the yarn store.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
They've got
it's really
little,
good soup.
I wonder if is it across the street from the yarn store?
Like next door.
Right next door to the yarn store. Yeah, see, it might not
even be
the same yarn store.
Lady was kind of grumpy, but...
At the yarn store?
No, at the...
Oh, that's too bad.
But the food was good.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. And I bought just sock yarn because it was 40% off.
That's cute. That'll be fun for Christmas or
Valentine's. I need more shorty socks. So I hardly bought anything. My haul was really small because it was fun to look, and I'd pick up sock yarn and I'd go, no, I have plenty of sock yarn. And then I'd think, well, I don't need a sweater's quantity of yarn because I can't finish the sweaters that I have. And Coco. Hi. So that's the scoop. I hardly bought anything, but it was fun.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, it was fun. 11 yarn stores. I mean, it was crazy. It was tiring.
Yeah, 11
I was
yarn
actually
stores.
really tired when I got home.
Where did you stay at a different hotel every night?
Yeah.
So you got there Friday night and you stayed Friday night, Saturday
Thursday night.
Okay, so you did Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night?
Oh, Truckee. I forgot Truckee.
Oh, Truckee, yeah.
Oh, gosh, I forgot. Yeah, I forgot Truckee. So we also went to Atelier Truckee, and that was a really beautiful store, and they had embroidery and sewing patterns.
Nice.
Really nice store. And they had Sincere Sheep and Shibui and Woolfolk and lots of Brooklyn tweed and lots of samples and stuff. And there I bought, their special was, I have some of this quince kestrel at home. And so I've
never knit with quince.
Yeah, so it's their linen, linen tape that's like worsted weight linen. I'm sure everyone's seen it. This is to make a washcloth. I have some dark purple at home, and this is a light purple. So I was into it was all about the small projects, mittens.
Well, yeah, because if you can't hold anything heavy.
Yeah. So it was fun. I mean, I don't know that I would do that one again because it was a lot of stores, a lot of miles in a few days, but it was fun to hang out, and it was fun to do the crawl, and I would definitely, stop by several of those places again.
Now, so you started going to stores Friday?
We started on Friday, yes.
And then did you do anything on Sunday?
Yeah, we went to Grey Eagle and to Truckee on Sunday.
And so you did 11 stores in 3 days. Mm-hmm. So that's like 4 stores a day, kind of, sort of.
Yeah, and if I had it to do over again, I would start in Sacramento, like pick him up in Sacramento and then go from there rather than from Reno. Reno really wasn't central.
No.
So I think that's the difficulty about that geography is it's not like the Chicago yarn crawl where, there's some central locations.
Seemed much more, because you kind of made your way around Tahoe and then out, because going to Truckee and Grey Eagle and Placerville and everything, that's kind of out here, and the lake is here. So, you kind of had to go all the way around the lake.
Yep. Yep.
And then some.
Beautiful.
But that was still great. And it's a nice time of the year. I mean,
it was gorgeous.
Beautiful time of the year.
Yeah.
Because it probably wasn't hot. It was probably nice sweater weather.
It was interesting weather. It was sweater weather in Truckee. And I stopped in Truckee on the way to pick up Kim at the airport.
All right, we had some technical difficulties. All of a sudden, things just stopped, but thankfully they didn't go away.
Thankfully, so we don't have to repeat that madness. So the weather was all over the place. It was from like the 50s and rainy in Truckee one day.
It rained?
Yeah, not very hard, but yeah. And then like 82 in Nevada. And then when we woke up in South Lake Tahoe, 38 degrees outside, but then warmed up. I think that's typical for there. It was definitely feeling more fallish than here. Here is not feeling very fallish for all of you people who are in fallish.
Not average fallish.
No.
It's fallish for us.
Yes.
Because it's cool at night and crisp in the morning and all that.
And then warm during the day. Yeah, it's supposed to be in the 80s this weekend.
Yeah, we're going to go do Lobster Fest, the lobster fundraiser at Catalina.
Oh, it's gala at the museum.
Oh, Saturday night?
Tomorrow night.
Wow.
You can go from lobster to gala.
With the new birds.
Yeah.
We could go from sea to air.
There you go. Yeah.
Have you ever done this Lobster Fest?
No, it looks cool.
It's awesome. It's shrimp and lobster and artichokes, and they just like dump it down the middle of the table, and everybody gets a lobster. It's great. It's awesome.
It sounds fun.
It's a fun fundraiser. So
yeah,
anyway,
it sounds fun. And so I'm going to the fundraiser that's at my work.
Yes.
So
birds.
That's work. Actually, it's not going to be as much fun in the fundraiser. It's more work and talking to all the folks, which, believe it or not, I'm kind of introverted, and so it usually wears me out. But
we both are kind of. I mean, everybody thinks I'm not
introverted.
Well,
no.
In here I am,
and in here I'm an extrovert, right? But then no, I want to be. But
You're
anyway,
pretty
enough
friendly.
of that. No, I am, but. Like talking to people all night long, even though that's part of my job,
That's exhausting for even us extroverts. I mean, it
will wear me out, but
for sure.
But it'll be fun too. Like I'm looking forward to it. It's a bunch of different chefs and a bunch of different wineries, and so
that'll be nice.
Yeah, it'll be fun. So
it'll be a good time.
Yeah, so I'm gonna do that tomorrow night. I'm hoping to get some knitting done tomorrow.
Good, fun.
Yeah, make fig jam maybe.
What are you gonna knit? Do you have figs?
Tons. Yes, tons. Oh, I wish I would have known. Tons of
On
figs.
your way into town.
You'll be eating lobster when I'm on my way into town.
No, but you can still drop
at
the front door. Oh, I love figs.
Do you?
I just bought this was the last batch of figs at the farmer's market.
Ours just started getting ripe. I've been checking them every week, and they just started...
Listen.
And I threw a bunch away because I couldn't get to them in time. Yeah, I know. So I should make fig balsamic jam. I should make candied jalapenos.
You should make Joan happy and drop some off.
I should. How do you eat them?
Just...
Oh, the texture weirds me out. Oh. So I only like them with like goat cheese on a little piece of French bread or something.
No, I like them with my
fingers.
They're
the Mission, the dark
the black
figs.
ones?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Please?
Okay.
Please?
Yes, of course, of course. While you're eating lobster, I'll be traipsing up to your door with figs.
Please, that would be great. As a matter of fact, I have a egg crate that I was supposed to bring to the farmer's market today to fill with figs. So I will send you home with an egg crate.
I think figs are really beautiful. All fruit. I mean, fruit off the tree.
We're so lucky that...
Yeah, it's true. And I still have tons of lemons, tomatoes.
I might make apple pie this weekend. Maybe you and I could trade.
Oh. Give me the apples and I'll make apple butter. I don't need...
Well, I get them from Catalina because Sister Claire...
Well, I'll make apple butter with those.
Okay, so I'll give you some apples.
I don't need apple pie. No, because it's just Gary and me, and who needs pie for 250-something-year-olds? Who needs pie? I know. Well, he would say the same thing because I went on that pie a month kick.
Sister Claire is like, hello,
the trees are ripe.
No, but I've been wanting to make apple butter, but I'm running out of space to have all my canned goods. I'm like putting up food for the winter.
You can bring them over here. I'll store them for the small fee of a few figs.
I will bring you figs.
Anyway,
I will definitely bring you figs. If not tomorrow, I'll bring them Monday. One of the two.
Like I said, all right, don't let me forget. I'll send you home with a...
We are getting off the knitting topic, but I am going to make candied jalapenos, fig balsamic jam. That's what
and we
make.
have to have our spicy margaritas because somebody was a little grumpy with us online. Somebody's like, hello.
They're really good.
Teasing us.
Gary's the maker of the spicy margaritas, but that means I need to make more candied jalapenos. I got the recipe from watching the Fat Squirrel Speaks podcast, and they're so good. Yeah. And they fly out of the house. Everyone loves them. Candied jalapenos. Okay. And then anyway.
I'm not going to bug
we
you for
are getting off
I want the figs
track.
badly enough.
Figs.
I mean, I would love to have candied
jalapenos,
but
I did buy more. I did go into...
You can freeze them.
Really?
That's what the lady at the farmer's market does. She freezes them.
I don't think they're worth it. I don't love figs like you love figs. I did buy more yarn from icewool.net.
Oh, good. I love that magpie.
Yeah, it's super soft.
I'm excited. I think she's coming to Stitches West again.
Cool.
I hope she is because I really love her yarn.
Right around the corner. We're just babbling right now.
We are.
But
okay.
Thank you for hanging with us. If you've hung with us, thank you.
Yes, thank you. Yes.
And
next episode. Yes. So GTS, Globetrotting Sister, has come through. I have a box of yarn that I will
wait to open it.
I will. Well, I gotta open it. Right? But next podcast, because it was just too much to.
And we talked about
that
cow, that knit along, the Patty Lyons one. Did you decide not to do that sweater?
What, was it? It was
DK weight.
Yes,
Volition.
I didn't. Yes, no, I didn't do it just because it didn't have time to get to it. So maybe that's in the running for the ginger twist yarn. So
okay.
I kind of
I'm itching to knit some Christmas thingies, but we'll see.
You could knit some Christmas trees to go with your Thanksgiving acorns and Halloween pumpkins.
I could do Susan B. Anderson. She's a genius, that woman. All her little tiny patterns.
Stuff.
Yeah, her little stuff. Oh, I bought the pattern for the little trick-or-treat bear. Is so stinking cute. But I didn't knit him. But he's so cute. It's like a little bear with a trick-or-treat. I don't even like Halloween. But no, I'm not doing a good job. I think it's time to sign off. Thank you for watching if you've hung with us this long. See you on episode 12.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bye.
Thanks. Bye.